doing it and being able to stomp the air and get the score, and I was pretty stoked.
That was huge, man. That was the first heat of the contest, and a way to break the streak from that round one, which we'll talk about more in this matchup through different CS campaigns lately, as she takes on B.Kenworthy. Bella coming off her rookie season last year, her first start at Snapper Rocks in a CT jersey, Rich.
Yeah, this is a pretty special moment here for Bella as we look at her tagging this one down through the inside. Beautiful carve. So instantly we're seeing Bella connected. You can tell she's up for this, and she's obviously put some time out here because while it looks incredibly easy to surf, this wave, it has some tricky, but Bella looks in sync. And talk us through Sally's first wave here, Cal.
Yeah, she looks like she's picked some sort of a little grower here, started with a pretty good turn. It's potentially maybe not having as much wall as Bella's wave, which is something that you're obviously chasing out here at Snapper. You really want that one with that long stretched out wall, and here it goes. She's kind of got that little inside section. And Sally's just bread and butter, good surfing. You know what she's going to be doing. She's going to be putting solid scores, surfing her waves really well. So good start by both the girls. I think Bella's probably going to get the nod. That money part of the tide, and it's really draining out and just lining up so well right now.
Bonsoy replay and a nice water angle of the force of Sally Fitzgibbons there, Rich.
Yeah, throwing some nice carves through here. Lots of body torque. A little bit more than we're used to seeing from Sal. Comes all the way through to the inside. Another big wrap. And just a little tag to finish off. So
Zero force to come from the CS. Let's get caught up with the rails of B.Kenworthy here, Rich.
Yeah, some beautiful surfing here for Bella. I'm really enjoying seeing her open up. I don't think we've seen the best of this young lady on tour, but in this heat in particular, it feels like she's really feeling free and open and just connected.
Her turns are looking really crisp, and I think Sally's just kind of got the whole package, so let's see how Sal goes on this one.
Rolling right into this one is Sally Fitzgibbons. There's that pace turn, using that pocket well. Always appropriate with the curve of the wave, just throwing those wraps from a high road wrap to a lower road. She can read when it's going to double up. All just pace work, finding that tempo, and just finds a quick whitewater section to attack. She's still hanging in there because she's seeing some clear water out front and not doubling up, so she's got to get out of there. We'll break this one down. Sally on her third wave here. Callum, what'd you see?
Yeah, like Rich said, this kind of one was a little big and tall at the start, and usually those ones don't have that kind of long wall that's kind of grown and grow into Greenmount and Little Marley. So she still did really well. This wave had a bit of a lump through it the whole time, which kind of made it hard for Sal to really set her rail. Even you see there, the end section was quite disjointed, which made it really hard for her to have a really big, impactful finish. But I think she did as well as she could for what was on offer on that wave. I think today, like, the waves are so pumping and perfect, and everyone able to jump up into that second bracket and just kind of start to edge yourself up and up that ranking to kind of get yourself a better seed and have better matchups. But that's part of the sport. You're versing the best in the world. You can't avoid it.
Yeah, and for fans, that we want to see pressure right away as we see B.Kenworthy take this wave with priority off Sal. Throws a wrapping turn. The Californian just checks it again. Her low score at the moment's a 4.17. Her best a 6.5 that she had before it. And now Bella loads up, and a well-timed snap off the lip into a quick little check, but she'll be incomplete on that last turn.
I've got to give props to Sal for selling of this wave. You can see just from the takeoff, it was already kind of split in half, this wave. It starts to wall up down the line here. Bella definitely looks like she's connected and surfing really good, but lots of downtime. And it wasn't until this little section here, but really good signs on that snap. Almost got a little bit of tail release. Great extension through the turns.
With her turns, growing up surfing lower trestles in Salt Creek, and was injured through her rookie season, so she's ready to go all in this year. And just a wave to kind of reset, Rich. Did well, took that off Sal. Didn't really have a huge wall, but did some damage in the pocket.
If you're chasing a score, as we see Sal taken off.
Sal's running after this one. Nice wall section. Quick slap off the coping into a wrapping cutback. Two quick moves. Ends up short there, especially when wrist was in Southern California. Back to business with Bella, throwing some arcs on the open wall and leaning into that one on the open face again. Often gets a lot of advice from Carissa's father, Chris, as she'll jam that section, put it through the lip line again.
Took off down the line. She couldn't stay with it. What did you like about this one, Cal?
Yeah, this Sal's wave was a really good wave, and then obviously looking at Bella's one here, it just was that little bit more tapered, and like you said, they've kind of got that lump in it that really holds you back from doing any type of work with the lip, which is where the judges are really going to love it and throw that score up there. I feel like Bella's obviously got a 4 she's trying to improve on.
The steps off, here comes Sal. Nice, smooth off the bottom, little tag there. Comes down with the warble, then throws another arc in the pocket. Always showing control, even through some messy sections, and she runs out of water there.
Almost 2 points ahead of Sally's best wave here. So let's have a look what happens. Sal, she gets down this low road. The wave starts to rattle off down the line. Beautiful opening, swoop to slide. Great positioning on that wave, and then a bit of flare on that second turn. So Sal really bringing the variety on this one. The third turn had another little tail drift, and then she just does some pocket work.
B.Kenworthy, 6'5" and a 4.23. Sally's aware of that. She'll use priority on this one. The Australian just tags that little whitewater coping to get down the line. I love that twist and wrap. She's got a lot of energy coming off the bottom. Good section. Puts it right off the lip line. Attacking the whitewater. 3-time world runner-up. Throws the arc in the pocket. Jams it well with some style and changing gears with variety. Sal's.
You got a bit more of that rail engaged on that wave, and it kind of showed, reflected, the wave allowed it. And Sal did really well, especially after this doubled up. It's hard in the booth here to tell what the wave's going to do, but she obviously identified one with that long wall, and it's going to be her best wave of the matchup, in my opinion.
Yeah, better angles on this one for sure, and had a great pace to it. It just allowed her that time to sort of come from behind the section, do the wraps, and then get the speed up and again, and then hit that oncoming section. So really nice variety. You can see here, bang, connects with that lip, but keeps that, the nose of the board, pointing down for this next section. Love this wrap here. Great upper body, lower body connection. Tight wrap in the pocket, then connects there, gets some flare out of the back of the board.
And even made finals. And now coming in with much more experience, as we'll take a look at Bella here. Deep behind the whitewater, so a considerable amount of downtime is forcing her to kick out, and Sal
making sure that it's got that scoring opportunity.
B.Kenworthy's gonna look at this wave under priority. Needs a 5.84, finds a nice section to wet the rail. Lays into a little speed snap to get down the line. Hitting it off the top again, covering some ground. Wall still standing, lays into a beautiful carve. Pushes back into the pocket. Bella looking for the lip line. Ends up coming off the top, a little sticky, but she's riding away. And what a wave that just built on second priority for the Californian.
She's going to go close to getting the number. Let's have a look at the Bonsoy replay here. So this one, it was one of those little perfect growers down the line. The face goes nice and clean. Bella picks up speed. You can see she does these little double pumps off the bottom, just driving up into the lip there. I love that turn there where she extended, laid that back arm into the wall. Really laid on the power, but that final turn there where she just gets caught up, I think the judges, they're not going to be happy with it.
What a battle. They're tied on their best numbers. 19 seconds. Sally just underneath Bella. Will use priority on this one. Sometimes these little wedges double up. Just ask Cal. This one's staying a little bit flat. Sally's also just interested, seeing what B.Kenworthy might be doing, and manage the clock well. And we'll clean things up and start preparing to go backside as she heads to Raglan. Here are the numbers. Sal Fitz, 6'5", 5.83, two-time runner-up here on the Gold Coast, is looking for a major win.
W.
I tell you what, Ronnie, Sal, she's a hard lady to get down this beach. She has so many fans down here at Snapper. There was a swarm of kids around you as soon as you hit the sand. just to be back here at Snapper and to get a win in this round and do it for everyone who loves you down the beach. This is why we see you smiling everywhere you go.
Oh, it's so special. You know, you're out the back and it's so hard to pick that one that's supposed to be the one, the score at the right time of the heat. And whether we pick it or not, you come into the beach and there's just all this beautiful energy and people waiting for you, and no matter what, they're cheering for you. And these Groms, you know, like I've watched them grow up, so that's super cool. They're still coming down and they're telling me about their day at school or just still wanting a signature. So yeah, as I said, it's pretty heartwarming.
Let's talk about behind the rock, because in the booth we can break it down, but we don't know what it's like until you're fully out there. You're saying it can be a little bit tricky to know exactly which ones to go because of how perfect it is.
Oh yeah, for everyone back at home, I think, you know, these perfect waves that are actually the hardest for heat strategy and staying in the game, because as you can see from the drone shots and all the sick empty waves, you want to be on all of them and you just can't, and you got to click back to the scenario, and right then we didn't have the biggest scores. The ones I was on just didn't quite pan out down the line or weren't big enough. But yeah, so coming back to that, you just have to like really compartmentalise, and yeah, there's some dreamy ones, but whether you had enough time to wait for them, that's always the scenario you're playing in your head. And I'm just so stoked, Jess, I got enough points, and every time you just come in and you're like, today I got enough points, and that's so hard because you come up against great mates like BK, Bella was ripping too, and it was such close heat, so it's one person winning and one person losing, always a hard day.
And to have a second here last year, obviously we're at Burleigh, we're back here at Snapper. You've had 5 semi-finals here before, a second place here before as well. Now you're back, you've got a chance to hopefully lift that trophy one more time. I mean, just to feel all the energy to be back here at Snapper where you had so much success in the early start of your career, this is just, you know, moments that you tried so hard to get back from the Challenger Series.
Oh, so true, Jess. Like I always said throughout my career, it's just like I'm so committed to this game and I've committed my life to it, and I just always say, like, good day or bad day, I'm like, whatever it takes. And, you know, I've had some tough heats, you know, the first 2 rounds that were pretty big knockouts, so I'm like, whatever it takes to create another opportunity. So you go back to work and it gives me something to think on and gets the creative juices flowing, and yeah, I just want to create one more opportunity and see if like the surfing I've dreamed up, see if it can come out on this canvas.
We love it, Sal. Role model to us all. Thanks so much. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jessie. Sally Fitzgibbons.